What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So I honestly want to jump straight into this video. Reading through the comments on the last video, I feel like a lot of you guys genuinely benefited from it. Even though if only a couple of you actually apply it and succeed, that's more than enough for me to make the second video, which I think is crucial as well. So just to preface in the beginning, everything I'm going to talk about in this video, this is not for me. This is what I was told by one of my mentors who helped with client psychology that has made 8 figures trading. So if you don't want to take it from me, you guys can take it from him. But what do I want to say in this video? Bro, you are not bad at trading. I want you to think about that. You are not bad at trading. What do I mean? I bet you 90% of the people watching this video, maybe 85%, if you guys sent me your back testing stats or your data collection over the span of a month, I bet you 85-90% of you guys would end up green at the end of the month. Now, how green that is, I don't know. Whether it's slightly positive or very green, you would end up positive, net positive on the month. Now, if I take that same group and see who actually ends up net positive on the month, I bet you it's 1%, maybe less than 1%. Close to 100 times less. I want you guys to genuinely think about it. Like, genuinely think about what I said. Because to me, that's insane. What you have to realize, you guys, if you're in one of those statistics, your back testing says, your data collection says you're profitable, yet you end up net negative on the month, you are a gambler. That is the easiest way for me to put this. You are a gambler. You're not a trader, bro. You are a gambler. Whenever you enter a trade that's not your setup, you're gambling. Whenever you FOMO into a trade, take a late entry, you're gambling. Whenever you are in drawdown, you close your trade early, you're gambling. Whenever you move your stop loss because you don't want to take a loss, you're gambling. A lot of the stuff you guys do, when you don't execute your risk management like a robot, you're gambling. And I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But if you keep this up, I promise you, I'll put everything on it. You're not going to make any money. And as a matter of fact, you're going to lose all your money. You're genuinely better off going to the casino and gambling your money. Because you actually could come out positive. If you do the same thing with your trading, where instead of following your set criteria, you allow other aspects, your discretion allows you to take a stupid trade or FOMO into something, and it's like, okay, you're better off going to the casino. I promise you, you will come out green. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. You will come out more green than you will with your trading, okay? And a lot of you guys might, think this in the back of your head, but you don't truly, accept it because it's hard to accept. It's hard for you to swallow your ego, look yourself in your face and tell you, I'm gambling. If I keep this up, I'm going to lose everything. But not just say that, you genuinely accept it because that's the future. The other path you can take is you end up losing everything. And then when you lose everything, you realize, oh, I was gambling. I mean, seriously, guys, seriously, some of you guys have such a high ego that you are not able to see through it. You're not able to see through the sabotage you're doing to yourself. You're not able to see in a day-to-day basis, like what you are truly executing on. And this is where I kind of want to come into how to go about fixing it. This is, something that mentor gave me, something I did, and I've mentioned in other videos, and I've actually had, a couple of people that DM'd me, said they did this challenge, and they actually came out green, they made money, whatever. 30 trades. I want you to take 30 trades without breaking a single one of your rules. I bet you, I would bet money on it, 99% of you guys cannot do it. What do I mean by this? I mean, 30 trades that align exactly with your system. I don't care if it takes 2 months. I don't care if it takes 2 years. 30 trades that follow everything that your system aligns. And if you fail, if you go, a couple of trades, you fail, you have to restart. You have to buy a new account, right? If you're starting your own personal capital, you have to fund it again. You have to completely restart until you get through those 30 trades. I promise you, like 90% of you guys genuinely cannot do this because it's hard. It's hard. You can, you can slip up once, right? That tilt gets to your head. You got to restart. You can be 5 trades in, 6 trades in, 7 trades in, slip up, right? But the second you tell yourself mentally that these slip ups are allowed, long term, I'm sorry, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to succeed. That's just simply the reality. The reality is, you guys are addicted to dopamine, whether it's the money, whether it's your own ego and not wanting to be wrong, whether, it's some monetary goal that you have, you are addicted to the money. You are addicted to the result. And once you are so hyper fixated on the result, the actual journey that you're taking there, what you're doing daily, right? It goes out the window. You start gambling, right? You start, trying to, I guess the way to put it is you're trying to, flip a coin to success. You're trying to keep on doing the same exact stuff that you do to lose money. And you're just saying oh, eventually it'll stop. Eventually, it'll work, blah, 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 all this stuff. Isn't that the definition of insanity? Is you doing the same stuff over and over and over again, right? I've had some people, I've had some DMs. I get rough DMs from some of you guys that will just, tell me what you're going through, your story. And it hurts, it hurts seeing the low points. It hurts seeing how much you guys have lost and you feel hopeless. And I understand. But if you genuinely don't change anything, what can anyone do? It doesn't matter who you're talking to. If you don't change anything inherently about the way you go about your, day to day, if you don't change what you're doing, if you don't stop gambling, because that's what you're doing, you're gambling. You guys are better off going in a casino. You guys have better odds than the way you allow your trading. And that's the truth. I really wish I could, tell you guys some secret. I can tell you guys more. But the truth is, it's right here. You know exactly what you need to do. You probably didn't need to click on this video for someone to tell you, oh yeah, you should follow your rules, your system. You probably didn't. You probably knew that. But are you gonna listen to that? No, you're not. Because you're gambling, okay? And I guess the only way to truly get it through your guys' head is just me telling you the straight up fact. You're gonna lose all your money. You're gonna go into debt. You're going to lose your money. You're not going to succeed. Some of you guys have this. I want you guys to realize this. Some of you guys have this mindset of, oh yeah, I'm manifesting the success. It's going to come. If you have that mindset, and yet day by day, you are not fixing this issue, you're not fixing this mentality that you have where you're literally gambling, I'm sorry to break your bubble, you literally are never going to succeed. I am telling you right now, you are not going to succeed. You are going to lose your money. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. You're not going to succeed, man. Okay? And that hurts. If you're seeing this right now and you're in a low point, that's going to hurt. If I was seeing this in my lowest point, I'd probably start crying. I'm not going to lie. I damn near was crying some nights, but I would probably start crying as well. Okay? But you know what you might do after that? You might actually accept it. You might actually accept it. You might swallow your ego for a second. You might stop, complaining, and you realize that the only person you can blame The only person you can blame is yourself. Yourself. Okay? That's all there is to it. You guys have to start thinking, you have to stop thinking, oh, I'm just not a good trader. Like, if I just get my stats to this, if I just learn this strategy, if I just learn this thing, right? Then I'll start making money. Yeah, if I do this, it's always an if. But you know what's never an if? Hey, maybe if I, actually this week, I didn't take bullshit trades. Maybe if I actually followed my system, maybe I'd actually come out green. But no, that doesn't go to your head. No, you have to learn more. You have to watch more YouTube videos. Some of you guys are gonna, go past this video and watch a strategy video and change something else, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not for you. Because that's the truth. And there's a reason why. You might have seen videos like this before. You might have seen people talk about it. Because that's the reality. For most people, you have to get through that lowest point. Happened to my, mentor as well. He got to that point. He lost everything. And you're faced with two choices. You either quit, right? You end up like the other 99% of whatever the statistic is, or you decide, hey, maybe the statistic won't apply if I actually stop gambling, if I actually follow my system, if I actually trade. You guys have data backing your system. But yeah, you don't use it. You don't let it play out for long enough for it to actually work. I mean, guys, I really don't know what else to tell you. I really don't know what else to tell you. That is the truth. That is the harsh truth. That is what you need to realize. And until you realize that, you're going to lose money. Things will get worse. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and lie to you and say, oh, it's going to be, it'll be okay. It's not going to be okay. It's actually going to get so much worse. It's going to get so much worse. But you know what? The only person there is to blame for that, how bad it gets, is you. So we'll see, a couple months from now, who actually took this. Maybe I'll get a couple more DMs. Because I got, from the last time I mentioned the challenge, and I really didn't, mention it that in depth, I got, multiple messages saying like, hey, I just completed 30 challenge, the 30 trades. I took like 2 losses. This is my best month ever, first profitable month. People that actually took it, good stuff. But again, most of you guys will not. And I would say I'm sorry, but honestly, it's on you. I can't really say anything else. But I hope you guys, it actually gets through to you. That was my goal. My goal here is not to be a dick. My goal is to hopefully let it get through to you. Like, genuinely get through to you, even if it's just for a second, and you accept it, you swallow your ego for a second, and you go from there. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.